Tea with the Devil, live at Leicester Comedy Festival.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Satan's the name. Acts of pure, unadulterated evil are the game. And Wordle as well. That's another game that I enjoy. Just helps while away eternity, doesn't it? If it counts as a game, does it count as a game? I don't know. It's more of a kind of solo activity, isn't it? Sir, you look like you might be an expert on solo acts of entertainment. Would you say Wordle was a game? No, you wouldn't say Wordle was a game. No. Did you get today's Wordle?
I don't do it.
You don't do Wordle? What do you find to post on social media? If not little yellow and green squares?
Random shit.
Just random shit. Don't worry, those of you who haven't got round to playing Wordle yet today. The word is aroma! It's aroma. That's today. Yes, the looks of shocked horror on your face. I can't believe he said today's Wordle. Well, let me tell you, that's the kind of guy I am. I'm the kind of guy who goes around telling people what today's Wordle is before they've had a chance to do it. Although, frankly, if you haven't got round to it by 9:30 at night, really, you need to...
I was literally doing it upstairs before the show.
Crack on. And had you managed to get to aroma?
I got the R and the O.
Oh, right, so were you planning on doing it later when the show was finished?
Yeah.
Marvellous, yes! If nothing else, I feel like the show has been a success for that alone. Ruining that man's Wordle score. I'm absolutely delighted with that. Spoiling Wordle for people is one of my favourite things to do. Another thing that I like to do is to hack into the Wordle servers and just make sure that there's a sprinkling of American spellings in there. Just to really annoy all the people who speak and write and read in proper English instead of Americanese. Everybody's sitting there on their commute going, humour? It can't be humour. Humour's got a U in it. That was me. You just wait till September the 4th. I've got colour lined up. With no U, there's going to be rioting in the streets. I cannot wait. So, thank you all for coming to the show this evening. The show is, of course, Tea with the Devil, and I am one of the stars of tonight's show. The other star is, of course, tea. The drink tea, here it is. You may have heard of it. It was brought from the Far East over here so that we could have nice hot drinks. And here we go. We'll be drinking it from this. This is my teapot. I had this made by a small company in Staffordshire. It's a bespoke teapot. It's completely unique. They do one-off, so there's no others like it. You can't buy a teapot like this. It's a very special teapot. One of my favourite things about it is it's actually made of sentient clay. Yeah, yes indeed. So it is aware of everything, and it currently has boiling hot water inside it. So throughout the show, I want you to be aware that the teapot is in a constant state of agony. Throughout the entire show, and it has no means of screaming or communicating. I like my teapots to be in tremendous amounts of pain. I like people to be in tremendous amounts of pain. I like tremendous amounts of pain. And by the looks on some of your faces, I'm doing a good job of achieving that. So I should tell you, of course, what is the nature of tonight's show? Well, when I make my little sorties to the land of the living, I am, of course, doing, among other things, attempts to capture people, to bend them to sin, to turn them over to sinful ways, and to steal and snatch their souls away. And there is one individual whom I set my sights on some time ago. There's a young comedian by the name of Eric Rushton, and I decided to bring about his downfall. Now, he's actually been a lot harder to bring down than I was anticipating. I thought it would be a quick afternoon's job. It's taken months of recording podcasts, trying to persuade him to turn towards sin and evil, but I feel like he's beginning to bend, he's beginning to break, And I feel like we could be on the brink of something. That house of cards could come crashing down. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you will see the dominoes begin to fall that would lead to the eventual destruction of Eric Rushton's career and indeed life. Hopefully that's the plan. He's got a solo show in a few days' time. If I can ruin this tonight, his reputation will be tarnished. The show will be a disaster. He will be forgotten. And hopefully within a few years, end up on the street selling his body. That's the plan, hopefully. And then he'll die an early death. And he will join me in hell as my own personal jester. That's the long-term aim, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you would like to welcome to the stage... Oh, he's already here. Eric Rushton! Hello?
You know, I heard all that.
What, all of it?
And they knew I could hear it. They saw us setting up before.
I know, but I thought you seemed like you were
So
very
the whole
in the zone.
fourth wall of this thing has been broken already. Sit down. I thought we'd just come for a chat, to hang out. We don't have to have this this undertone of you trying to ruin my career and my life.
Oh, I was only joking, Eric. Of course I was. I don't want to bring about your downfall. It was just a little joke between mates. Of course I knew you heard every word.
Right, okay. The Wordle thing was a bit lame as well, because back in the day you used to be like convincing people to commit genocides and stuff. And now you're just messing with people's apps. And
No. It's all a matter of perspective, Eric. It's like the
Who are the big hitters you had genocidally? I don't know if genocidally is a word.
I think all of the.
When was the last genocide, and when were you last involved?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure it's particularly ripe for comedy, but it is. But it's quite killy. It's quite.
People are interested in what's happening to.
Well, you see, this is the thing. You see, I think that people have come for this show not just for comedy, Eric. They've come for philosophy and deep thoughts, haven't they?
They can come for both. Yeah. Well, have you come for philosophy or for comedy or for both?
Same thing.
Do you agree with that?
That it's in the centre of the Venn diagram.
Right.
Philosophy, comedy, and in the middle, tea with the devil.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. That's what you meant, wasn't it, sir? Yeah. Excellent.
What have you come for? You sound like you've come for just destruction. Have you come to actually figure anything out?
No. I just come to chew the fat with an old mate. It's just good to chat to you again, isn't it? It's just nice to talk here at Leicester Comedy Festival.
Yeah, under the pretenses of doing a show. Why can't we just meet just in your gaff? Why do we have to always meet in venue, sort of semi-attended comedy show? Do you only feel comfortable when there's a partial front row in front of you?
That's over 50% of a front row, isn't it? That's not bad going.
Who's come because they know they've come for Satan?
Yeah.
Yes! There you go, see?
Who's come because they've seen me before?
Less of
I'm
them.
smashing you.
No, there was fewer of them, but they were noisier.
You would think Satanists would be the noisiest fans.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised. It's the quiet ones, Eric, that you have to watch out for. Would you like some tea?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a blue moon, but I'll partake in some tea.
Why did you bring a beer with you? Did I not make it clear enough with the show's title that there was going to be tea?
I saw my friend upstairs and he offered me a drink, and I really like free stuff, so I like milk with mine.
Are you really going to make me go and get the milk?
Oh, you got milk?
Just a bloody lackey to you, aren't I? Well, go on then, entertain them.
So, my solo show on Saturday. Who's coming?
Yeah.
Good. Who's on the fence? This guy up front, Satan fan.
I'll have to check because I've already got some stuff booked on Saturday.
Other shows?
Other shows, yeah.
What shows?
Hold on.
Who am I clashing with? Is it Ishan Akbar?
I don't know.
I think that's who answers
Well, I don't know. I'll have to check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What's your name?
Mark.
Mark. Have we met before?
Possibly, yes.
We're deep at my gig in Birmingham.
Deep fried.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
We had quite an awkward interaction then. I don't know what's made me go for a second bite of the cherry. I don't know why I've gone in for this again. This ruined the gig in November, and I've gone. Let's see if I've learnt my lesson.
That's why I haven't been back since.
Yeah. So that's how you warm up a crowd.
Right.
If you want to know.
Well, Mark, ladies and gentlemen. He's got
semi-skimmed.
He's got some terrible things on his hard drive.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like he's a third.
No, it's SSD nowadays.
Well, yeah.
It's still a hard drive.
No, it's not. It's just chip, you know.
Right. Anyone else got a favourite format of hard drive? Just the floppy disk days. What storage devices do they use in hell?
Scrolls mainly.
Scroll.
Yes.
Yeah. They've not updated.
Well, you don't need to update an operating system when things are on vellum, do you?
Vellum. Do they have podcasts in hell? Are we big there?
How big our podcast is, Eric, is a bit of a sore subject, really. I mean, I thought that tonight, this evening, on the way here to Manhattan 34, I thought we'd be fighting through hordes of people with placards outside the venue, protesting, how dare they have a satanic show at Leicester Comedy Festival. There was nobody. Where was the protest? No, this was supposed to be the naughtiest show, the most cheekiest, naughtiest, so people would see it in the brochure and they'd gasp in horror.
Yeah, but this is the city that produced Shawaddy Waddy, so it's all relative.
Why
Why is Shawaddy Waddy? Mark again.
They're the most satanic band out, aren't they?
Right.
I'd just like to jump in at that point and say Shawaddy Waddy are not the most satanic band.
Are they dead? Are Shawaddy Waddy in hell?
I am not familiar with the exact status of all the individual members of Shawaddy Waddy. Among all the many things that I have to keep track of, whether or not any of them have recently died is not very high on my list of things to do.
Right.
I don't know. Mark, are they all still with us or have any of them died?
I don't know, actually.
Even Mark doesn't know.
So you wanted there to be sort of outrage, sort of
Yes.
Chants, maybe tweets, maybe a hashtag.
There was nothing. There
Stop
wasn't
the
even.
devil.
Yes, there wasn't even anything in the local paper about the outrage of this show. I wanted this to be the naughtiest, most mischievous show. Do you know this isn't even the naughtiest show that's been on at Manhattan 34? Do you know a few days ago they had naked comedy here?
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
Naked comedy, Eric.
I can fuck with that.
Well,
I'm not getting naked.
Sorry?
I'm not getting naked. I'm ample down there. Is that the right word? I just don't want to. You just reveal too much. And did you see that Adidas advert with all the naked breasts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No complaints about that. Maybe that is what we need to go down that route. Is nudity a sin?
Well,
if you like.
In the beginning, nudity was allowed and it was fine because Adam and Eve were naive and innocent. But then after I persuaded Eve to eat the apple, then we had original sin. They were aware of their nakedness and they were embarrassed. They wore fig leaves. They were cast out of the garden. Sorry?
So God made them cover up.
Yeah, now they were aware of their nakedness and they went forth. They were no longer naive as a result of my shenanigans.
Why was it Eve that? Why did you try to convince Eve to eat the apple rather than Adam?
Oh, it's just easier to persuade a woman. Just to eat an apple.
The views of the devil are not the views of the show as a whole.
I liked that little frizz-on of controversy there I got for suggesting that it might be easier to...
That's the kind of feeling you want.
I know, I really enjoyed it, and yet simultaneously I was aware that the level was quite low as to what it was that I was doing there. I was saying that it was easier to persuade a woman to eat an apple than it would be a man.
Right.
And I feel like I wanted to go for more controversy. It's not exactly Jimmy Carr, is it?
Let's not go too far, will it?
No, but what do you mean, let's not go too far? That's exactly what I want to do. I want to push the boundaries. I want to push at things, and I want to say the unsayable. I don't want people telling me what I can and can't say and what I can and can't do. That's the exact opposite of what the devil's about.
No, but now you're doing it in a very contrived way. You're trying to find the things to say to make people.
Yeah, push the buttons and cause outrage and cause chaos. And yeah, that's exactly what I want to do, yeah.
I sort of agree with you if it's what you already think, but rather than just trying to purposely push buttons. I think the reason people weren't outraged when they saw this show in the brochure is because when you read the brochure, I mean, maybe they can back me up on this. When you see Tea with the Devil, you don't think it's actually going to be Satan. You think that maybe it's just like a mediocre character comedian.
Well, they're not idiots, are they? Of course they know I'm the devil.
I mean, these don't look...
They leave my horns alone.
You know.
Look, I've told you this before. I'm a shapeshifter, Eric. I can transform into whatever shape I like. And I happen to like this shape. Which is why I'm wearing it this evening.
Right. But there's just, can you see why they'd have difficulty? Would you, if you weren't the devil, would you believe in yourself?
If I wasn't the devil, would I believe in myself? Well, let me turn that question around on you, Eric. If you weren't Eric Rushton, would you believe in yourself?
Yeah, I'd be like, he's going to go far, he is. I'd probably go see his solo show at 2 p.m. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
I'd give him a follow on Instagram straight after this. At Eric Rushton 96. Are you on Insta?
No, I don't do Instagram, Eric. I've got more important things to be getting on with.
Like what?
I've been very busy lately. I mean, what have you been doing this week?
Well, I saw it was Valentine's Day yesterday.
It was Valentine's Day yesterday. Yes, it was. What did you get up to?
Well, I've got a little dolly bird for myself for the moment. A little squeeze. A lady.
Yes.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Woman.
And what? And?
So I spent Valentine's Day with her, didn't I?
Okay, so what did you do? What did you get up to?
We went.
Tell us all the filthy, sordid details, Eric. What was it? Where did you go? Naked comedy.
We didn't go to Naked Comedy. No, we went to London actually. We went to the West End to see a musical.
Ah!
Yeah.
What did you go and see?
We went to see Book of Mormon.
What did you think of it?
It was really good, really funny. Had a lot of questions about religion. So the Mormons.
Yeah, the Mormons.
They think that. So obviously Christians, they think there's two parts to the Bible, don't they? Like the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Yes.
The Mormons, they've got like a third. Don't know if they call it a testament, but they've got like a third part. I think the musical was that. The message was kind of that it was a load of bollocks, really. But I was wondering if I could get, because obviously.
Well, do you want me to tell you the true story?
True story, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, it was the 1800s, and there I was kicking around in America, and I thought, I'm going to update the Bible. That will really, really annoy God. And I could turn the Christians to my way of thinking about things. I thought it was an excellent idea. So what I did was I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll write some new bits of the Bible, and I'll bury them, and then I'll go and tell some gullible person to go and dig them up and find them. And I thought, well, I better not put them on parchment or paper, because they might disintegrate. So I wrote them onto gold plaques, and then I buried them under the ground, and then I found a gullible man called Joseph Smith, and I whispered in his ear and told him to go and look and dig up the gold plaques, and he went and he dug them up and he found them, and then he read aloud to his scribe, and then he just made it all up.
The musical was a lot punchier than that version.
You don't know how good my extra pages of the Bible were. I mean, it was a couple of 100 years ago now. I can barely remember it.
Speaking of controversy, and you wanted to be was that how you'd phrase it? You want to be cancelled?
Yes. Why haven't I been cancelled? Do you know Tea with the Devil has been on Spotify for ages? Nobody's cancelled it. Yeah. Neil Young hasn't said a word about it. I'm bloody furious about that. Really wanted to piss Neil Young off.
But Book of Mormon, there was a lot of like controversy.
Oh, was that?
And like people, not like yesterday, but I think when it first came out, people would walk out and stuff like that. Did you answer that? Would you believe in you?
Would I believe in me? Of course I would believe in me, because I believe in the evidence before me, the empirical evidence of my senses. I very clearly am here. My effects are very clear to see in the world.
Yeah.
What reason is there to possibly doubt me, Eric?
I do worry that you are a figment of my imagination sometimes, and that I'm just sat on the stage having one half of a conversation, and everyone else thinks I'm a psychopath. Last time we did this in Birmingham, a lot of people were saying "get well soon" when they gave donations at the end. You seen that episode of The Simpsons where that guy thinks he's Michael Jackson?
Yes, yeah. That's been cancelled as well, hasn't it?
You could be like him, though.
Why does everybody get cancelled apart from me, Eric? I used to be so outrageous. What can I do? What can I do?
I think you're just a bit samey.
A bit samey. So I need to shake things up. I realised I made a mistake, really, in the naming of this show. Tea with the Devil.
Yeah.
I mean, tea is a very mild drink, isn't it? We should have gone for something a bit funkier, a bit more party. So let's move that out the way. I have got some... here they are. They're by your feet.
Yeah.
A couple of cocktails. Let's make it cocktails with the devil. Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah.
Cocktails with the devil.
I can with that. Right.
Is that controversial enough and outrageous enough for you now? We're having alcohol on stage. Woo! Yeah. Anything could happen.
Okay.
It's very thirst quenching though.
Yeah. I think you're gonna have to do better than that.
But it's got chili horns in. Look at that! It's pretty little chili horns held in by tiny little clothes pegs.
And why is that controversial?
I just thought it was really cool.
I think you need to do something that offends people's sort of core political beliefs, maybe.
Like what? I'm
Not
open to
that
suggestions.
I want to just have a conversation with you and just spend time.
Support Boris.
Do you support Boris?
Very good friends of Boris, yeah.
Yeah. How long have you known him for?
Well, I've known him his entire life. I mean, I know everybody, and
Where are you going?
Where am I going? I thought.
You only have a devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, on your shoulder. Yeah, exactly.
What are you trying to convince me of right now?
I just want to be more controversial.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe if we add some more shocking ingredients to the cocktails, then they might liven up a bit, and they might find the show a bit more outrageous. What do you say?
I mean,
I'll see what I can find.
Seems dead set on it.
I'll see what I can find
Looks
back
like
here.
it's on me to do some crowd work again.
No,
Mark, how's your personal life?
Stop talking to Mark! I'm going to make an outrageous cocktail!
Did you do anything on...
I've got Tabasco sauce!
I want to know what he did on Valentine's Day.
Things are going to get crazy! He didn't do anything on Valentine's Day.
Oh, you do not know that for a fact. Mark, what did you do on Valentine's Day?
I went to Sarah Millican's playground in Stafford.
With a date?
Oh, no.
Right, okay.
Told you.
Don't do it sad.
Oh, I just got sad about Mark then. You ready for your outrage?
Yes! What could be more outrageous than a tequila sunrise with hot sauce in? Yeah! It's outrageous, isn't it? I'm going to put some hot sauce in it. Come on! Look at their outraged faces. Yeah! More! What about some... I've got some Tabasco sauce. Yeah! Oh, it's hot. It's spicy. It's outrageous. Some chili powder, maybe? Bit of chili powder in the yeah? Do you want some in yours?
No, thank you. I think you confused...
More chili powder?
Oh,
more chili powder, like that?
Wow.
There you go. Yeah, see, yeah, there you go. You're outraged.
Come on, a little bit more.
Right, who said that? Who said that? You? Right. There's the tequila sunrise. There's the chili powder. You get the quantity. Go on.
Mark, feel free to take his seat.
This is outrageous.
We'll finish this thing up.
All right, okay. You've made your point. I'm not insane. Down it. There you go. See? This is what they've paid. They haven't paid, have
They
they?
didn't feel... They didn't seem out... I think you confused...
Stir it up. This is more outrageous than naked comedy, isn't it? Yes. People are going to talk about this for years, Eric.
The Tabasco too. More Tabasco.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like it's mainly...
And then are you going to down it?
Do you want to try some?
I do not want to try any of that.
Oh, go on. What's wrong with you? You a chicken? Why are you stalling for time, Eric? Why don't you... This is pardon? Drink it.
Oh, for Eve?
This is
From Adam and Eve?
Smells delicious. Smell that.
What did Eve look like? Oh, that's horrible. Oh no, don't, I genuinely... Oh.
It's got quite a kick in it. It's got quite a kick to it. That has, Eric.
Yeah. I don't think you've outraged anyone. I think
I've lost my horns. Hang on. We need a name for this cocktail, Eric. What is that? That is pure fire.
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire. Thank you very much. What's your name? Mike.
It's another
Mike
12
Jeffrey.
hours from now. And I fear there will be a ring of fire.
I don't think I think you confused that with just putting yourself through an unpleasant experience.
Do you know, it wasn't that unpleasant. It really
It's just
was.
jackass humour. It wasn't that unpleasant. It seems like it was.
I had a bit of a kick to it, Eric.
Right. I think you're not. The people that are getting cancelled or whatever or outraged, they're, people saying they're spreading misinformation and stuff like that. You're just down in Tabasco. Like they're. When was the last time you did something that impacted people living or dying? That's what we're talking about with this vaccine stuff.
Vaccines. Well, that's a very important point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we are. You see, you may have noticed we have this recording device here, and we have little wireless microphones here, picking up the audio, so that later on we will have a podcast version of this very show. And it will end up, among other places, on Spotify.
Yeah.
And that's really what they're going to change things on Spotify, aren't they? So things get flagged up if they're outrageous.
Right.
It's the Joe Rogan effect. That's what we want. We want Tea with the Devil to be flagged up. We want everybody in Spotify HQ to be going, we need to shut this down.
In case people put Tabasco in their drink?
Maybe anything can happen. But we need to trigger. How do we trigger the outrage on the spot? How do we get it flagged up on Spotify? We have to talk about coronavirus and COVID, and what keywords do we have to say?
Leave the loose seat up.
Leave the loose seat up? Is that a big thing among vaccine hesitancy believers?
I don't know, but you're right.
I love Mike.
Females in the audience.
Yes.
I love Mike. He's so hit and miss, but he just goes for it. He never...
Yeah.
Fantastic enthusiasm.
You know that little inner voice that tells most people not to do something?
That's you, isn't it?
That's
that's the good one.
I don't have it.
Well, you've noticed I've been keeping quiet while he's been talking. I haven't chipped in much at all. Just let him get on with it.
Are you responsible for people's inner demons?
Yeah. I'm there commenting away on things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is what they are.
I feel like he needs more of that.
The problem is I'd have to spend more time with him.
Yeah.
You know, some people are better off just left alone, aren't they? My tongue has never felt more alive than it does right now. Yes, madam. Incredible.
What's wrong with the rest of it?
Good point. You want to be outrageous.
I am outrageous. I'm the devil. I wouldn't carry that chicken out of that, would I?
I don't think there's much Tabasco in there as well.
I need to water it down with some Tabasco.
Yeah, I think you need to. It makes it a little bit more drinkable.
I mean, the bottom third of it is barely moving. There's so much chili powder in it. There's so much chili powder at the bottom. I'm not sure the liquid has even permeated that far. Yeah. It's like geological strata.
But you're the devil, you can drink it.
Yeah, see, she believes in me.
Does the devil taste?
Believe me, the devil tastes.
Well, I never thought of it. Have I asked you this before? Why does anyone eat? Does anyone eat in heaven or hell? Because you don't need it to live. Because you're going to die anyway. You are dead.
We only eat for the hedonistic pleasure of eating.
Right.
Apart from there's some people who are tortured with overfeeding. They're just gorged on food. People who have been particularly real gluttons might be force-fed, a bit like that.
But do they get the? Is that bad for them? Because
it's a bit like
they won't get the feeling of being full.
No, you know when you've had too much Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
And you reach that point where you go, oh, that was too much.
Yeah,
and
you do pick at it 5 minutes later.
But before that 5 minutes, when you have the terrible and the indigestion, that's all you get in hell.
Right.
Just indigestion, and there's no Rennies down there.
Yeah.
There's nary a Rennie to be found in hell. Which I'm actually reconsidering that as a policy. Yeah,
you need some.
I think I might stock up on some Rennies actually. Yes.
Yeah. Well, go on, get it down, yeah. I think it's what the crowd want.
Chili powder is not hotter than hell, so you.
That's a great point.
Chili powder is not. Have you thought about going into marketing, madam? I could use a brain like yours. Are you any good in taglines and flyers and things like that?
Yeah, I'll be in touch. I'll get my people to call you.
Do you need?
Only if you down your drink first.
Yeah.
If I down my drink first. Well, I mean, if
You don't need marketing for hell. People are aware of it.
No, I know, but brand awareness is a very powerful thing, as I'm sure this lady would agree.
You're not representing very well right now until you finish that.
Are you in marketing, madam?
I am not.
Yeah, no, you're not. And so, well, talking of marketing, how did you become aware of this show?
It was my friend here.
I saw it in Rushton. He was much funnier than this person.
Wow.
And thus you realise the cleverness of the conceit.
The second part of that sentence was rough for me.
Because this is exactly what I was hoping for.
First part, I was like, there's a fan in. Second part, I was like, there's a former fan in.
Yes! Yes! That's exactly what we're hoping for. The downfall of Eric Rushton.
Right.
And every people will say, I was there at Manhattan 34 when the crack started to show.
Yeah.
He wasn't as funny as he used to be, but that other guy who downed an entire drank it. There was so much chili powder in it, and he drank all of it.
Yeah, the skin's turning red now.
I accept the job.
He's not really sure if he wants to throw up.
Take a minute.
You better put some bloody money in the bucket at the end. Jesus Christ. No, it was delightful. So we're calling it a Ring of Fire. Do you think that name's already taken? Thank God for ice cubes.
Thank you for ice cubes.
It's got the chili powder has now gone in my eye as well. There was some dusted around the rim of the glass, like the chocolate powder on a cappuccino.
That's the ring of fire.
That is the Ring of Fire.
The rim of fire.
The Rim of Fire. That's now gone in my eye. I also have got brain freeze because of the ice cubes. This is what it feels like to be alive.
Eric, hide the milk.
This is very funny.
Hide the milk. I'm not afraid of torture. I absolutely live and breathe this.
You're not normally on the other end of it. though.
Yeah, no, but a bit of sadomasochistic pleasure.
Right.
I was good friends with the Marquis de Sade. We were always knocking back rings of fire together. All the time. You haven't touched yours.
I'm not doing that. I've already lost fans. I'm not going to lose my dignity as well. What did that achieve for you, do you think? Okay.
Hello, Satan. Oh, hello, Boris. Yeah. Oh, well, what's the problem? Another paternity test, is it what? Well, can't you just lie? That's what you usually do. Works fine normally, Joe. Just oh, is it? Oh, really? Well, I'm kind of in the middle of something at the moment, really. Can't it wait? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I'll be over shortly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. See you later. Yeah. Okay. Ciao. That was Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson,
Right.
the Prime Minister.
And what did he want?
Well, he's got quite a lot on his mind at the moment, and he's planning a party tonight.
Right. Go on.
He said, he wanted to know if we wanted to come to the party. And I said that I was definitely up for it. If you fancy, do you fancy going to number 10 Downing Street?
I guess, will they have Tabasco there for you?
I reckon they'll probably have some Tabasco in the. Yeah, I'll introduce the
Get Boris on it.
government to the Ring of Fire. We might need to stock up on booze first, though.
Right.
The off licenses in Westminster can be a bit pricey.
Yeah.
Just, we may need a few pennies to
Right,
fill
okay.
up. He said, bring a suitcase. You can fill it up at the off license. Bring it along to the party. I said I was up for that if you were.
Yeah. Welcome.
So all we need is a generous cash injection.
How much do you think we need per person?
People might make their own minds up how much money they think watching a man down half a tub of chili powder, Tabasco sauce, and hot sauce is worth in a tequila sunrise.
Just all those ingredients separately must have put you back a bit financially.
Yeah, so if we could break even.
They're not cheap cocktails in here.
No, only the best for Satan.
Yeah.
But Jesus turned water into wine.
Yeah, Jesus turned water into wine. Look, do you want a bloody fight? I thought you wanted a job. I thought I was going to satisfy you.
Hey, you've got to understand your enemies.
Are we enemies, are we? Are you a Christian? What's your name, madam?
No, I mean, I'm trying to be on your side then.
Well, you've got a funny way of showing it. What's your name,
Hey,
madam?
I'm Rosie.
Rosie. Tell me, Rosie,
Yeah.
what's the naughtiest thing you've ever done?
Drank Jesus' wine. No.
No, whoever sat next to you there, you seemed like you might have had something else that you were thinking, possibly a bit naughtier than that. How do you know Rosie?
We met at college.
You met at college? What were you studying?
Science,
Science? Which of the sciences? What kind of area of science are we in?
chemistry, and biology.
Chemistry and biology? You were doing two of the sciences. What did physics do that upset you so much? He's got no time for gravity. Who gives a shit about that? So what's the naughtiest thing Rosie's ever done that you're aware of?
I mean, she doesn't tell me everything, so you need to ask her.
Okay, Rosie, you've had some time to think about it now. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done?
I don't know. I guess shouting out at this show.
Shouting out at this show. Well, good. You see, I feel like I've injected some degree of evil. In fact, in many ways, I do feel like I may have achieved my main aims for the show for this evening. I've ruined this man's Wordle.
Yeah.
I've made Rosie more evil than she already was. I've outraged people. And I've severely dented your reputation as a comic. I think it's been a resounding success.
I'll be putting a lot of work into this solo show now. I'll really try my best. Is this guy going to be there?
Maybe.
Did you buy a ticket?
Maybe he's undecided. If you'd asked him an hour ago, he'd have been like, yeah, definitely. Eric Rushton's an excellent comedian. Why would I miss it? I'm not doing anything Saturday now. He's like, oh, a quite full diary, really.
Wait, so he saw me and he just booked tickets for the 3 thing that I'm doing?
No, it really depends if you can sell the ticket or not.
You what, sorry? I don't know what he said.
He said it depends on whether he can find somebody to flog the ticket to. I mean, what medium are you planning on using? Just Facebook? That's not going to work, is it? Does anybody want a free ticket? I mean, how much was it? About £7 or £8 was it to see your show?
£8.
£8.
Worth every penny. This is genuinely affecting my self-esteem.
£8. £8.
I'm like, I should not have registered for this show.
What's the show called?
I don't even want to say that.
It's called I Had a Dream and You Were All in It. And the dream is now turning into a nightmare.
There's a lot of good stuff in there. Be exploring grief.
Grief. Big fans of grief in.
It'd be amazing. Come on.
You know how all double acts eventually fall out and split up? I think this is the moment for it.
This is the end.
Yeah.
This is the end for Tea with the Devil. Well, there you go. You could see. But will it be, though? Or will I return? Will I return to probe at those scabs in Eric Rushton's mind? To push and prod? See, I told you it's the beginning. The dominoes are beginning to fall. And we'll be doing further updates of the podcast as well, won't
Yes,
we? More
yeah,
installments of Tea with the Devil to watch his subconscious unwind. And then you just keel over and die. How's that for a punchline to the show?
I'm going to go think about...
About what we've done.
Nice 1-2-0 though.
Brilliant. So that's something for me.
It's not Greenwood, was it?
Cut that out of the recorder. Do you know Mason Greenwood? We don't want to cover that story. What he did, even you don't condone that.
Oh, what? Is he the guy who kicked the cat?
No.
Because I'm a massive fan of his.
Let's not go down this route. I think you might have gone...
Yes! No, this is exactly...
We might have found the level.
I'm absolutely delighted. Do you know how long it's been since cat abuse was in the news? I've been waiting for this to make a return.
I think the venue need to close.
Some years ago, I persuaded a woman to put a cat in a bin. And I often look back on that as my proudest achievement. So I'm glad cat abuse is back in the news.
I suppose out of the two football stories, that's the better one that we could have mocked. Should we go into this party then?
Yeah, have you got a card reader or something in case they haven't got coins?
I have got a card reader, yeah.
How does that work, Eric? Explain to the
You
peasants.
tell me how much you want to donate for our booze fest, and I tap it into my phone, and you know how cards work. What would you recommend per person?
I just keep mashing those zeros, I say. I mean, put a number at the beginning, obviously. Don't
Smashing the zeros.
Don't start with the zeros. Move on to the zeros. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Tea with the Devil!
Tea with the Devil was recorded at Manhattan 34 Cocktail Bar on Tuesday the 15th of February 2022 for Leicester Comedy Festival.